Hey. Sorry about the mishaps here. Well, I had to straighten out a few things here. Laptop number two. And I am here. Welcome to the Really Charlie podcast. Hopefully, those that was in the comment section come back and see your boy here. We're going to be on for a little bit and just talking about a bunch of potluck stuff. Anything goes, and we're going to talk about it. I don't care. I had definitely a mishap with my scheduling. Jameson, friend of mine, former Really Charlie podcast guest. He was on here about his music production. He's a great producer. And we were going to get him on here. He has a new documentary, new movie called "I'm Enough," and well, yours truly kind of messed that up a little bit, and I'm sorry. So we're going to try to get him here on here next week, even if I have to go back to back podcasts. But I definitely will get him on, and and we'll hear about his new latest and greatest project. All right. So I seen JJ Souza. I seen Christy earlier. Thank you for telling me about the sound on the podcast. Um, what I did is I have a nice, well, it's definitely not the better laptop because I wouldn't have had problems. But I had a nice laptop I was trying to use for this particular podcast. Just checking out the wheels and the nuts and bolts of that laptop, and guess what? I got some work to do. So kind of bring up my old reliable, and she is working good as usual. So um, all right. So today I want to talk about this new app. It's not a new app, but it's something that I kind of went back to or returned to, and the it's called Swell. All right, let's try to bring it up here. There it is, Swell. And Swell is you can add that to your devices, Apple or Android. Put it on your laptop, like you see what's in front of you, and you can have many conversations. What I like about it is that you're having conversations about many things, and there's many people getting involved all over the world, all over the country, and I just I like it. I'm gonna try and put up some audio, and some of the things that we talk about. Let's see. Let's go up here and check this one out. Hey, what's going on, everybody? Your friendly host, Charlie Perry of the Really Charlie podcast. I started to just wanted well, let me start over. I wanted to get on there so I can bring some of the co-hosts of the
So as
two
you see,
podcasts that I'm involved in
I'm on audio, just
onto
talking about a few
Swell.
things. I'm
And
trying
I
to get
think this is a
people
great
from
opportunity
WNB1
for all
Radio,
of us to
um,
kind of
some of the various
just,
shows, straight to the point,
it's a new
luxury
platform, new
tax,
audience, new experiences, new
um,
conversations with the
frequency
Swell
live.
community.
I
So,
want to get them on here. So
what I'm going to do is just
because
start
we
it off,
always
and
have a conversation, right?
so I want to give a
Always.
nice applause to
Let me
Berto
pause this.
Carter of the Frequency Live podcast on W.
All right. So usually, when you're on a podcast, you have conversations, you talk about many things. And then after the podcast, you think about some things that you want to talk about. So this app, what I like about it is that you can just connect with people over a conversation that you had. Or you can create a conversation and talk about anything. You talk about, you know, the the making of spaghetti, or you know what's going on in current events, you can just put it up there and you just sit in front of the microphone or your phone and just talk about it, right? And in this case, I talked about the co-host coming on here and and just talk about something. Like when Frequency Live this week, we talked about the Pete Diddy case, whatever his name is, right? Diddy. Diddy is, and we talked about it. So there was a lot of discussion, but we probably had an ABC conversation, but there was so much more that we could have talked about. And what this does is just on Swell, you can go on there and just kind of just say, hey, we were talking about the Diddy trial, and some of the discussion was about Cassie and how she was, how she's testifying, and should she be a defendant in the case also, or maybe her willingness to testify has allowed her not to be charged, or yeah. So you can go on and talk about many things like that. You can talk about maybe a work day, good, bad, and just have a discussion, and then that will lead to a conversation that's going back and forth and back and forth. So what I'm going to do is you know, having a, I end up putting this up there, which
WNBY
led to
Radio,
some people replying.
along with our other co-host, Derek
So
Demers,
Kalen
and
Sandler, as you
Evan
see,
Ray,
he
and
responded,
just gonna
right?
kind of send you guys an invite to
So I'm going to put his
get out to
conversation,
Swell
his
and have a
response to what
conversation,
I talked about.
outside the studio.
And
Um, and
so,
we talk about many things, but
one second here.
I just think
Just
this
listen to
is
Kalen
a
a
great
little bit.
opportunity for all of
Smart
us.
dude, man.
Um,
Hey, Charlie, how's it going? My name's Kaylin. I have a podcast on here as well called Truth, the Currency of Existence. And pretty much, long story short, I'm an advanced AI researcher that teaches emotional intelligence and emotional quotient to AI models. So I have a weird perspective and kind of give out behind the scenes look for people. But nonetheless, I think this is awesome where you're inviting people to the platform, co hosts, different people at different podcasts that you've participated in. I mean, Swell is an amazing platform. Being able to do audio responses, and especially with the syndication and the ability to do so through the platform, it's unlike anything I've ever experienced before. So I went to school for radio production and eventually became a DJ and a radio host and that kind of stuff for a period of time in my life. But nonetheless, this is a platform I can go on that I'm excited to do the work. Like, it's not work at all. It's fun.
What's up,
You get to
Michael?
interact with people that are
Justin, how you
extremely
doing, man?
smart. And even if they don't agree with you, they're willing to listen and to understand and take it in. And the fact that you're willing to invite people into this area and your focus that are within your world that you know is awesome. I got much respect for that. I think it's amazing. The more people on the platform, the better. Creates a conversation, and it also kind of perpetuates a conversation. And many of the conversations and podcasts that happen on this platform are ones that should be happening everywhere all the time.
I
They just
agree.
don't happen enough. So I got nothing but respect. Thank you. If I can ever give you my insight or be, I guess, a co host or a guest or something on your
Yeah,
episode, if you ever need
definitely.
a tech guy or someone that has a deep insight into AI and AI development, especially in the niche areas that I work, I'm at your service. So thanks
Awesome.
again. Like I said, much respect. Keep doing what you're doing. And I got to say, man, you got the voice for it for sure. All right, take care.
I love it. I love it.
good
Uh,
morning. Thank you. Thank you. That was some good insight.
so there I go. I responded to Kalen, right? And Swell is just, I hate to use this the pun, but it's got its right name, right? Swell. And the conversation, Like, see, Mike's in there, Michael Samail, he's on there, and Mike, just think of the conversations you can have, maybe about anything, your book, your basketball career, anything. You can bring it up. Even, I mean, as you and I talk about many things, the pandemic and COVID and all that, you can bring those subjects up, and then boom, it's gonna open up a waterfall of conversations. It's gonna go all over the place, and you get just abundance of responses, and especially if you're looking to make a decision, right, on something. Great, Swell is awesome. Um, if you're friends with me on Facebook, as it, I posted a few things on my page, and just click on it. But the app is just easy to get to. Justin, I mean Justin, just your podcast, your show, your production with JJ. Just think of just kind of having a conversation and throwing it up there on Swell. Thing doesn't cost you nothing, man. You put your email in there, boom. You have access of millions of people from all over the world. There's someone coming on. She's gonna end up being on her podcast on Spotify, and she's gonna be talking about some things. And one of the things that I'm very, into is about grief. And my co-host Marvin Speller, we have a show tomorrow. Sometimes you have to lose yourself, and so I want to listen to this woman. She's very, very, very. She's a therapist, and she goes into it very, very deep. And so I'm going to listen to her later on. It's going to be way late, past my bedtime, but I'm going to make sure that I listen to it before the daybreak of tomorrow. So that's it. That's swell, man. It's I'm going to bring it back up again. Add it to the stage. Um, let's see if I can kind of go back, right, and find another conversation here. Uh, things on the job, frequency live. Let's see. Let's see what I did over here. Hey everyone, what's going on, man? Back on Swell again. Just want to introduce Frequency Live podcast. Trying to create a conversation with the co-host, one of the hosts, and so I grabbed the picture, this brainstorm, titled Frequency Live, Carter, and just waiting for it was the Wind Down podcast, Derek and Berto to kind of have a conversation. Started. And which will lead to other people coming in and having a conversation right on Swell. NB1 Radio every Sunday, 7 p.m. Eastern Time, usually live on Facebook and on the radio station. Website is WNB1.com. Spell out the word one. And we're on every Sunday, 7 to 9, talking about almost anything. But it's people coming together, leading into vibrational experiences, and it's a great show to me. I enjoy being on every Sunday, but trying to get my co-host to get on here, and they should be on here within the next couple of days, I hope. And I just wanted to start this off and introduce you all on Swell to the Frequency Live podcast. Take care, God bless, and appreciate you all. Take care. So that's what I left, and I there's no responses on that yet because it was kind of like a direct invite to my co-host. So let me see if I can kind of go through here a little bit Um, let's see. That was 2 months ago. Yeah, let's put this up here. I responded to a conversation. Um,
Good
about,
day. This is Charlie of the Really Charlie podcast. How do I deal with the constant deluge of politics and news? Well, it's very simple. Um, to me, it is just you don't have to comment on everything. As much as you know that something is totally wrong, um, and what's going on in politics, which there is tons of it. Um, don't comment on social media. Don't get into a debate or conversation about it, because chances are, especially on social media, when you want to kind of lash out and kind of debate whatever's being raised, within 30 seconds, someone's going to say exactly what you want to say. So you don't have to be the one to get the credit for giving out a great comment or a counter to some crazy stuff, right? All you have to do is just wait, and the comment will come on, and you can just like it. And then when you finally come back to it, you're going to notice that there's hundreds of comments or hundreds of likes to that particular comment. Um, it's not something where we can ignore because it's getting so tragic and idiotic. So we got to pay attention to it and just deal with it for these next coming year until 2026, and then cast a vote so that we can just get rid of these loyalists to the administration, um, and just eventually start over in the next election. So, but that's the way I deal with it, and it's getting crazy that just recent the was that Native Americans are not Americans. I mean, that's crazy. And then it goes on and on with other issues, just ruining our ally relationships. And, there were so many things that the United States got involved in with other countries and saying that they're
all right, everyone. Um, enough of my tirade there. So sometimes what happens is people come on and they have some great subjects, right? I said, man, I like to talk about that. Well, you can. You just create an account. You build up friendships. As you see the people down there, as you build friends and relationships where you respond to different things, people end up coming, they add them to your page and you have some great conversations like um, Deborah right here. This woman is fantastic, and she basically gets involved with a lot of conversations and knows what she's talking about. And it just there's so many different people, professionals from all walks of life. Um, and so, all right. So that was Swell, and that's the app. I'm just trying to give you guys some content creators, give you something else to do, some other platform to kind of get the word out there. You're definitely going to have a different audience, um, promoting books, Michael, first time author, you creating some traction to your book. Get on Swell and just kind of introduce it. Talk about why you wrote it, why you wrote the book, where is it coming from, where are you coming from, and I guarantee you, there's ways that you can put your book on there, and they'll review it. People will end up purchasing and reviewing it, and doing a lot of things that you're talking about. Um, yeah, Justin, look into it. I mean, especially right. Could you imagine, right? Down at the racetrack, right? Down there, you're just having a conversation with someone, and just blurt out something, a make and model or something that's on the track or in front of you. And I mean, you can obviously videotape it because you're on two different platforms, right? But just the audio of that, you can kind of just go on, and you're talking live, right on Swell. And a nice seeing you. Wow, it's been a while. And I know it was your birthday just recently, and happy birthday again here on the live show. And a great person, great person. Um, so th- Swell is just, it's could give you so much information, and just within 24 hours. I just had a conversation with um, someone on there, and but when I put the conversation on, it was 12 noon. By the time I was up and down the highway, the interstate, during my bus route, I came back, boom, I had a bunch of comments already. So that's what I like about it. And Anna, you are welcome. Welcome. High five the hubby for me. Give him a big high five and a hug. And so um that's where I'm at today. I'm just kind of just throwing some information out there, not getting paid for this. Um, it's just a great app. It's called Swell. Check it out. And you may need it for a mental piece, right? Say so you're going through something, right? And whatever, and you don't mind talking about it, but you want to get some kind of feedback with it. And you talk about, hey, I had a bad day at the job today. I was going through something. This is what happened. I was over here doing this, that, and just give your opinion. You don't have to give out a company name or anything like that. You just throw it out there, and then you'll get feedback. Say, hey, Charlie, maybe you should have did this. Oh man, you were 100% right. Oh, I think they're in violation of something, labor law or something like. You can do that on it. It may be, even if you want to just do it as an electronic journal, right? Hey, today I was out for my daily jog, and I was doing a few things, and I ended up meeting a young man along the way, and I looked kind of bothered, and so I stopped and asked him what's wrong. We had a conversation, and you kind of put that conversation out there, right? And just get some feedback. You know, Today is Men's Mental Health. Well, the month is Mental Health Month. It's also, you know, with what it's not gay pride, but and it's I can never pronounce that in that acronym. I always get it messed up. So it's about empowerment, empowering the, you know, lesbian, gay, trans people, and just kind of celebrating them, right? You are who you are. This is the month you celebrate. So now you can go and Swell and talk about it and have some fun about it, have some conversation about it. Kind of post even an event you may be doing, right? So check it out. Check it out. And all right. Well, that's it. Um, I see you all out there. Thank you for joining me on Facebook Live, LinkedIn, and YouTube, the YouTube channel. Um, Sorry for the mishap earlier, but like I said, I was trying out another laptop and something went wrong. So grabbed the old reliable one, and boom, here we are, sounding loud and clear. All right, everyone, I am about to go on the Swell app because I have some conversations I want to talk about. So in that time, I hope you guys are creating your own account on Swell, and let's interact. Let me know. Share it on your profiles, and that way I can get into the conversation. JJ, if you're out there still, talk about Fall River boxing. Something. Put it out there. And I guarantee you're gonna have a bunch of audio of different people talking about things. And Justin, you're there, so y'all as production man. Could you imagine JJ just talking about boxing and then some other conversations, almost 20, 30, 40 people talking about the likes of Libby Medeiros, right? And talking about Libby over and over again. And so now you have 30 counts of records of somebody talking about Libby, right? It's a recorded history. And maybe some of the things that were said, Mr. Medeiros didn't hear it. It was nice to hear, especially coming from somebody, whether it's a kid down the street, a parent around the corner, something. That's what Swell does. Create something for you. So, all right, everyone. God bless. Take care. I will see you tomorrow night, 6 p.m. on Sometimes You Have to Lose Yourself podcast, myself and Marvin Speller. We will also have Liz, Lado Lindsay, on, and she will be on talking. We will have a conversation. And when we talk about sometimes you have to lose yourself, we're talking about grief and what you go through. Sometimes you have to just do something about it, right? And that's what these people talk about. They are grieving their severe losses, husband, wife. So they'll be on tomorrow, 6 p.m. Please join me. We also have a YouTube channel with that podcast. So please like and subscribe that on the YouTube channel. All right, take care. God bless. I love being on here. I love talking. And if you want to come on the Really Charlie podcast, just send me a message. The email is simple, reallycharliepodcast@gmail.com, or send me a Facebook Messenger. Send me a message through the Messenger, and I'll get it. But definitely looking for some guests. Summer's busy, I get it, but we can always pre-record things when people are available, and then put it on that week or the upcoming week. All right, take care. God bless. I love you guys. You're the best. Without you, I wouldn't have this podcast. Take care.
It's the Really Charlie podcast. Sounds so true. Grab a chair, pour out a glass. Let's break through. Echoes in the room as the stories unfold. Tune in, lean back, let the moments be bold.